We are in the Woodbridge neighborhood in Detroit. We're at a good friend of mine's house. This is a neighborhood that I didn't necessarily grow up in, but I've always been close to. I've had family members who've lived here. I've had friends of the family that have lived here. It's always been a very artsy community. This is before the kind of Wayne statization has happened to this neighborhood, so it was very old, kind of old, like the original hippies who like went to Woodstock and were being wild in the 60s. Those are the kind of folks that lived in this neighborhood. And my aunt was allegedly one of those folks, so she grew up here, or she lived here. My cousin was born in this neighborhood, and we kind of came up together, running up and down the street. And then the next iteration was just these past 4 years since I've been out of college. All of my high school friends all decided that they wanted to congregate together and live like within a square block of one another. And they all happen to live around here. So and now I live just a couple blocks over. So this is just the spot. This is where my social life is based. As a matter of fact, the cousin who I said lives here and I kind of grew up over his house, he's about to arrive right this instant. What up, man?
What up? What's it for?
This is for bonus cuts. They apparently like that I make beats and they want to shoot videos about it, I guess.
Oh yeah, let's do it. What up? I'm Hassan or Haz Bey. I'm a videographer. I'm a photographer. I like to think a lot, you know.
General art guy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Thinking art man.
I like to do creative stuff. I like to get my hands in things. Growing up around here, like, I didn't even know that this was the cultural district, you know? Like, my mom's a musician, it's like I've always been around music, and I was always going to music festivals, jazz festival, you know what I'm saying?
African festival.
African World Fest, yep. Taste Fest, right? All of that. And it's cool. One of the coolest things about this is just like watching progress as a producer.
To record our first record, we used one of those video game like Call of Duty microphones, and like the goddamn like MIDI or wave mapper for like the stock sound card that's just on your computer. Just like line in, record. And so to honor that, the first record was called Mic Etiquette, because you had to get that shit right, because it's gonna sound like crap either way, but we tried to do the best we could.
How have these things influenced your art as a videographer or your art as a producer? Where do those things fit in? Can you think of specific examples?
I got one real specific example. Hassan, my aunt, Hassan's mom introduced me to a jazz guitarist that's from this area. He goes by the name of Ras Kente. He does the guitar on the kick for Best Rapper. And yeah, he does Best Rapper. And so Haz remembers this. He came to my house in the basement. It's like, I swear to God, he just floated in. He just like materialized in. Played guitar for like an hour straight. I didn't even I cut up those parts of Best Rapper and just kind of placed them where they needed to be, because he just riffed for like forever. And Haz was videotaping it, and he was like transcendent almost. It looked like he was like in communication with like fourth dimensional beings. And then when it was done, when we recorded the 2 joints, he just disappeared. Like he just like floated away, just like poofed. And I never saw him or heard from him again. Does he still exist?
Oh yeah, 100. But you're right though. It's just like...
He just disappeared, and that was it. Didn't charge me nothing. He gave me a CD and was like, all right, I'll holler. And then just faded away, and that was it.
Flame, yeah.
Right.
That, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Love on it? Oh,
yeah. So that's how it's tied in with my work. What about you?
For me, it's like, and I was just thinking about this recently. I think the way that it's tied into my work is that, like, I grew up around a lot of, and like not, I'm saying this coming from like a humble perspective, but I grew up around a lot of smart people, you know, a lot of lightweight, accomplished people, but who are actually, you know, usually we're all doing something of substance. And then, you know, from there going to Pembroke and just like seeing, it really wasn't like a super hard school, but like seeing the other side of that, or like, so on the one hand I have that, right, this kind of like unofficial elite, right, intellectual creators, right, producers, right, and then on the other hand, like, I'm kicking it with like, you know, top 1%ers and shit, and I'm sitting here thinking about like what's in the middle, and so this applies to my work because a lot of like my fine art photography is very conceptual, in that it's like it's looking at the liminal space, like looking for the liminal space, and like what about this environment that like somebody's seeing every day, right? Like these specific memes that this individual's, whoever, yours, ours, you know, the memes that we pick up, like how that affects us. You know? So yeah. Sorry, I did.
Yeah, no, absolutely.